What is your go-to comeback when insulted? When somebody is insulting me without any purpose, I just tell them, bad day, huh? I swear, 90% of the people almost immediately calm down and even apologize to me. BQs they seriously had a bad day and they just had too much bad energy without a way to let it go. There's no need to fight back. Sometimes we need a good approach to end the argument and calm down the attacker. If the insult is funny, good, laugh with them. If it's bad, laugh at them, and just go. You know what, buddy? We'll give you another crack at that one if you'd like. Why is that so important to you? Are you into me or something? Why are you speaking to me in the same way your father speaks to you? A shrug. Like I care what that pile of crusted smegma thinks. I've been called worse by better men. Just ask what's the matter. Hey, you know what? If you're that insecure, I promise I won't judge you for it. Tell someone they're insecure and chances are they'll get more butthurt than they're trying to make you with their own insult. You married me. Congrats on surviving the abortion. I usually call them something that isn't seen as an insult. You're a jerk. Well, you're a walnut. I just say a random woman's name, didn't love them. Only twice have I correctly named the person's mother. I just say, and then. And I keep saying it after every insult until they run out of insults. Your parents must be so disappointed. When PPL say I am adopted, I say at least I am wanted. Your life is more about regret management than goal achievement, isn't it? You're less a person and more a loose collection of personality flaws. Everyone who has ever loved you was wrong. You need to go home and think about everything you are. Then change it. It is impossible to underestimate you. Bob Ross would call you a mistake. Stupid people can believe in anything, so you can believe in yourself. I don't respect you enough to be insulted by you. I speak 2 languages. I try to be civil in the other language. Señor, lo siento, no comprendo su lengua. ¿Es posible hablar en español y inglés? ¿Es posible hablar conmigo en otra lengua? Sir, I'm sorry, I don't understand your language. Is it possible to speak in either Spanish or English? It's possible to speak to me in either language. Had a guy scream at me in what I thought was English, but I messed with his head. When I said that, he looked at me like, damn, now what? Context. I used to work in retail here in the old US of A. Some man came up to me and started screaming at me so fast and loud I couldn't make heads or tail of what he was saying. I also like with my good friends. This only works in New Jersey where it's legal, not Alabama. Buddy, I can't understand a word you're saying. Is that because your parents are first or second cousins? New Jersey is the only state in this country where blood relations can marry. It's very illegal to do that in Alabama or Georgia where the stereotype is portrayed. I start to insult myself. It decreases their satisfaction. Works every time. Plus you can also kamikaze. I will suck your dick. Agreement. And some tips on doing better next time. Shouldn't you be on a ledge somewhere? A poopy head. Guaranteed destruction. Complete silence. Let the uncomfortable sizzle and sink in. It's debilitating to the ego. Oh yeah? Well, the jerk store called and they are out of you. I laugh it off. ... And jam a fork in their forehead. If they say, fuck you, I say, not even if you paid me. If you shut your mouth instead of your brain, you'd make a lot more sense. Let's play horse. I'll be the head and you be yourself. Hey champ, calm down. You wanna play catch? Yeah. Well, that's just, like, your opinion, man. Insults that linger. For example, my brother likes to give me shit about my social life not existing and my lack of sporting participation. But he has really bad acne on his forehead. So anytime he takes a shot at me, I just tell him to use a sanding block on his face so it doesn't look like pus-filled braille. Expose them about something they claim to know, be a part of. Catch them in a lie or just set them up to make themselves look foolish. The insults won't matter as much as the realization that they are lying phony losers. Speak up cunt, always throws them off. As a teacher, when a middle school student has called me a motherfucker, I replied with, that's right, son. When somebody claims they are a flat earther and are thus smarter than me, a globe earther, I'll just say that I have seen bags of Lay's chips more full than their skull. Fuck me yourself, you coward, is still my favorite response to fuck you. Your mother was right. I should have listened to your friends, is the way my boyfriend and I automatically de-escalate if we're getting grouchy with one another. That or, gaslighting you. What are you, crazy? Always gets us laughing so hard we're wheezing and immediately forget why we were grumpy. I usually say, congrats on the assisted suicide. They tend to leave you alone after that. No you, BCI don't really care when I am insulted. I have a fun little game I play, where if someone is being a bitch, I try to make them so, go fuck yourself. Then I just cheer like, yes. Yes I won. Yes. Oh god, I'm so sorry. I can't believe I didn't realize you're a satire account. Geez, my bad, dude. Usually something like, if I wanted to listen to an asshole, I'd fart. I was getting slammed at work. Got quadruple sat at my restaurant on a very busy Saturday night. My fingers are shaking at the pause trying to ring in orders. Another server. The fun outside of work. Obnoxious at work type. Hey, is it weird that you're a terrible server? To which I replied, is it weird that your parents are related? Without looking away from the screen finished my orders and left the kitchen while all the cooks laughed at him. Another golden one I've used for him was, he looks like the guy that got bit by a zombie but refuses to tell the group. You've only noticed that now? I would have thought you were smarter. Okay. Are we about to kiss? I don't get insulted often, but the odd chance when it happens I say, God bless you. It either enrages them or they look confused for some reason. Not a comeback I've used, but one I've dreamed of using. Just never had the chance and hopefully never will, as I have a fiancé now. But have always dreamed of being rudely rejected or insulted by a girl I attempted to pursue and responding with, geez, don't be picky, I wasn't. I most often just ignore it, but sometimes I'll try to one-up the insult if think there's utility to it. Like if I ask someone to explain something to me and they call me stupid for not understanding, then I'll double down, yep, I'm a moron. So please explain again, but try to use smaller words. In fairness, I mostly do this when I think their position is inconsistent or they don't fully understand what they're claiming to endorse, themselves. I know you are, but what am I? A yo mama joke, they hurt the worst. But if they have gay dads, I'll say, yo mama so ugly your dad had to get you another dad. It automatically destroys them somehow. Depends on the insult. If it's something I have a comeback to, I'll respond. If not, I'll either say, yeah, laugh it off, or resort to violent intimidation like, what the fuck did you say? Depending on who and in what context they say it. If I cared, I would insult you back, but I don't. My dad would call out something about their appearance that they were likely insecure about. Not to them, but to the surrounding audience. What's Curly laughing about? The dude was completely bald. Why is this fat lady yelling at me? Yes, it's terribly childish, not politically correct at all, and it worked 100% of the time. Ask them to repeat themselves. Then do it again. Your birth certificate was a written apology from Durex. Always hits that sweet spot. Okay, sign pinched fingers. Depends on who's insulting me. My favorite is, I don't get it, and then making them explain it in plain words. OL school responses are my favorite. Yo mama. I'm rubber. You're glue, what bounces off of me sticks to you. Depends. If it's a joke, I usually answer with either your mom, or your grandma, or go, insert random action, to your grandma. If it's serious, I usually stay calm until they shut up. Sometimes, it's better to have a thick skin than going into a pointless argument. Usually I say, I'm going to rearrange your spine into a universal roller coaster. Usually I think of a clever comeback 2 days later while in the shower or something. If the Xbox kid says, I fucked your mom, I always say, I fucked your dad. Seems like it would be a fruitless attempt to insult them, but doing an insult that has zero thought process can leave them confused. Also, it shows that their dad is a bottom boy and isn't very manly by society's standards. Will you pull my hair and keep talking like that later tonight? We don't see the world as it is. We see it the way we are. Anais nin. We are what we eat. Christ, I'm bored. You got anything else or was that it? No, you. I'm not too good with insults. Or maybe I'm really good, you tell me. If it was badly done or doesn't stick and I don't like them, it's a passive-aggressive, okay then, as I generally don't win escalation wars. If it was good, then I won't do a comeback, as you know when you're beat. If it's from mates though, we encourage each other along the lines of, hey, you had something there, or, come on, you can do better. If they nail it, it's, well done, fuck off now. Oh, is that so? Fascinating. That's crazy. Any classic, I'm not listening, lines. Are you done yet? In a deadpan tone, usually in a situation where I'm getting roasted. I really want to say something clever, but I'm so fired up, not fired up as in angry but fired up as in thinking to myself, oh boy, this is my chance, this is it. It's really happening, what can I say that's smart enough to make them back off? That any clever thing I try to say just comes out as nonsense. This works because it's short, easy to remember, easy to say, and it gets the point across. As a little kid I used to use lines from movies and TV shows as comebacks. Sometimes word for word or sometimes changing the words so it'd apply to the situation. It never worked because I was either so excited that I got the quotes wrong and they came out as nonsense, or someone would actually recognize them. Nothing is more embarrassing than saying a quote as a comeback in a fight and having someone go, hey, isn't that from, name of TV show, movie you got it from, skeptical smiley face. Doubt it. Works in every situation. Repeat as needed. I go, okay anyway. Or just pause, look briefly confused, and move on. You doing all right, bud? Thank you. With a smile. It confuses the hell out of them. They don't know how to respond to those two simple words. In the words of Jimmy Carr, if you want my comeback, you'll have to scrape it off your mum's teeth. Nobody cares what you think, mate, but thanks for sharing anyway. Depends the insult, but in most cases something along the lines of the teapot calling the kettle black. Thanks for watching. See you later.